On a bright summer morning in the small town of Willowbrook, a cheerful boy named Arlo pedaled his old red bicycle along the winding path behind his house. The bicycle was scratched, rusty, and squeaky, but Arlo loved it more than anything. He had fixed it himself with spare parts from his grandfather's workshop. And even though it couldn't go very fast, it carried all his dreams with it. Arlo always imagined that one day his bicycle would lift off the ground and soar through the sky like a bird. While other kids in Willowbrook dreamed about video games or ice cream trucks, Arlo dreamed about flying. He would close his eyes, stretch his arms, and imagine cruising above the rooftops, waving to the clouds like old friends. One afternoon, as the sun dipped low and painted the sky with gold and pink, Arlo decided to take his bike deeper into the forest path behind his home. He had heard a soft humming noise the night before, almost like a whispering breeze calling his name. Today, he wanted to find where it came from. He pedaled further than he ever had before. Birds fluttered above him, and tiny fireflies blinked lazily, even though it wasn't dark yet. Suddenly, Arlo's bicycle began to wobble. He squeezed the brakes and stopped by a tall oak tree. At its roots lay something shiny and unusual, something glowing faintly. Curious, Arlo knelt down and brushed leaves aside. It was a small round metal disc with strange symbols engraved on it. The moment he touched it, the disc lit up brightly and hummed like a sleeping engine waking up. Before he could react, a voice whispered from the disc, soft and warm. "Chosen rider, enhance your wheels. Fly with courage." Arlo gasped and stumbled back. His heart thumped wildly. He looked around, no one was there. The forest was quiet, except for the disc that now glowed brighter. He noticed the symbols were shaped like tiny wings. With trembling fingers, he placed the disc into the small basket attached to his bicycle. Instantly, the bike vibrated as if alive. The wheels shimmered, the frame straightened, and the rust began to fade. Arlo stepped back in amazement. "Are you fixing yourself?" he whispered. With a soft whoosh, two shimmering metal wings sprouted from either side of the bicycle. Arlo couldn't believe his eyes. His heart danced with excitement and fear. He slowly climbed onto the seat and held the handlebars. "Okay, if this is a dream, please don't end yet." He pushed the pedals gently. The bicycle rolled forward as usual at first. But then the wings flapped once, twice, and suddenly the bike lifted off the ground. Arlo yelped, gripping the handlebars tightly as the bicycle floated above the forest floor. Higher and higher it climbed, steadier with each flap of its shimmering wings. Soon Arlo was soaring above the treetops. The wind tickled his face, and the town below looked like a miniature painting. "I'm flying," he shouted, laughing. "I'm really flying." He swooped past clouds, raced with birds, and glided over Willowbrook Lake, watching his reflection ripple below. Everything felt magical, like the world had opened its secret pages just for him. But the disc hummed again, louder this time. "Use your wings to help. where courage is needed. Arlo tilted his head. Help. Help who? Just then he heard a faint cry. He looked down and spotted something worrying. Near the lake's edge, a small boat had drifted away from the dock. Inside it stood Lily Arlo's 6-year-old neighbor, waving frantically as the wind pushed the boat farther from shore. Without thinking, Arlo angled the handlebars downward. "Hold on, Lily," he shouted as he swooped closer. Lily gasped Arlo. "Are you flying?" "No time to explain," he yelled. He guided the flying bicycle low over the water until the wings nearly brushed the lake air surface. He reached out his arm. "Grab my hand." Lily stretched as far as she could. Their hands slipped once, but Arlo steadied the bike and tried again. This time, their fingers locked. With a strong pull, Arlo lifted Lily out of the drifting boat. She wrapped her arms around his waist, trembling but safe. The bicycle rose again, carrying them both gently back to the shore. As soon as Lily's feet touched the grass, she hugged him tightly. "You saved me," she whispered. Arlo smiled, breathless. The bike did most of the work, but when he turned back to the bicycle, he noticed the wings slowly folding, their glow fading. The disc in the basket flickered weakly. "No, don't stop," Arlo said. "Please stay with me." The whispering voice returned, much softer now, purpose fulfilled, courage proven. Magic must rest. Before Arlo could protest, the wings melted into sparkling dust. The bicycle returned to its normal red, squeaky, rusty self as if nothing magical had ever happened. The glowing disc turned grey and cracked into tiny pieces before disappearing completely. Arlo stood silently, staring at his bike. He felt a flutter of sadness, but also a warm sense of pride. Magic had chosen him just once, and he had used it well. Lily tugged his sleeve. "Arlo, even if no one believes you, I will. I saw everything." Arlo grinned. "Thank you. That's enough for me." As they walked back home together, he pushed his old red bicycle alongside them. It didn't fly anymore, but Arlo didn't mind. He knew deep inside that real magic wasn't the wings or the glowing disc, it was courage, kindness. And from that day on, whenever Arlo rode his bicycle and felt the wind brush past his cheeks, he couldn't help but smile, because just once he really had flown.